When I started realizing how impactful fragrance can be to someone's life, it just really became interesting to me, because you can create a fragrance and then it can bring back a memory of someone, like a loved one that's no longer with you anymore. And it's just happy.
Whenever I first started working at Alpha, I was a compounder. And as I went on, I realized that whenever you go outside, you smell the trees and the flowers. And if you go to a grocery store, you smell the produce. So it gives you more of like an insight of what you're actually smelling outside. It's more of a feeling for me. Whenever I'm creating my scents, I try to go for like a nice calming scent. So like I'll add one at a time and then smell it. And if it feels right to me, then I know I'm on the right track.
I think one of the key things is that we are a fragrance house that actually create the fragrances, but we also now go to the extreme of putting it into diffusers, as we have been doing this since 1946 in air fresheners. So we have a heads up on what really works. It is a family-owned company, and the uncle of the president of the company used to go out and sell air fresheners. And he happened to walk into one of the companies and saw this other company come in and change the air freshener. And he was like, why don't we get into that part of the business? We're a fragrance house. We're now in the market of being able to do a lot of diffusers. We are, I think, ahead of the game, because the perfumers here are just creating. We go through strenuous testing to make sure everything about that fragrance is going to have the quality that it needs and the long-lasting ability that it can give.
I believe that we really don't have to cut ours as much as other diffusers. To me, whenever I smell ours, it smells more like real to the scent. We try to not focus on one supplier. We try to go to different suppliers to get the best quality fragrance that we can get.
Patchouli is actually a native of South Asia, and it's been used early in the 70s during the hippie movement. Even that age of the hippie movement, when they smell it, automatically reminds them of it. It kind of evokes memory of something in the past, and normally it's something good, something that they can relate to. What is so interesting about this Patchouli line is each of the perfumers were given the task to create something using patchouli. When I do the training, I almost pick up from each of them just from their personalities, the type of fragrances that they like. And actually what you got is 4 different types of fragrances uniquely styled from their life experiences.
I made patchouli zest. I wanted patchouli to be the main component of it. We're all making a patchouli line. But I wanted mine to have different parts of different members of my family. Like my grandpa, he really liked like the woody type of notes, so I wanted to make sure that was in there. My mom goes for more like lily of the valley floral types, and then my dad, he does more like grapefruit, pomelo type of fragrances, so I wanted to include those into it.
I made patchouli mist. Being a mother, I always try to go for like a relaxing scent, and whenever I smell patchouli, it gives me like that nice calming relaxing scent. So I try to base my scent around that. My top notes were airy, ozone, middle notes of mossy, vanilla, and then bottom notes of sandalwood and patchouli.
Floriental patchouli. I know Priya's inspiration behind it was that she loves burning incense, and I know she also really enjoys like spices. So I know she was going with that kind of mentality when going in to include her patchouli. Her top notes I know are mandarin, sweet grape, and orange. And then her middle notes are frankincense, spicy carnation, and a like red rose. And then the bottom notes are patchouli, of course, musk, powder, tonka bean.
Patchouli Noir is the fragrance that I created. When I thought of patchouli, I thought of what nuances do I get when I smell it? And the first thing I said, well, it's masculine. It's a very strong, heavy odor. And I was like, well, in order to make this where it's pleasant across the board, where anyone would smell it, get something of patchouli, but then say there's something else about it. So, you know, for people that didn't like patchouli, will say, but there's something about this that I like, so maybe I like patchouli now. And the patchouli lovers will say, yeah, I smell my patchouli in there.
We have so many new lines coming out. We have our spring summer line that's going to be releasing soon.
We have our hotel collection coming. We have our fall holiday collection as well.
Our crafters blend, which I'm super excited about, because anyone who wants to make like soaps or candles or anything will be able to buy the oil and then immediately be able to start making their own products.
You know what makes us different from other diffuser companies is we are the manufacturer of the fragrance directly from the perfumer to the consumer. It's making it so broad and it's opening new doors to new scents.
You can basically do anything with scents, like a tire scent. Like whenever I'm laying down in bed, like, oh, like what scent can I make next? You know, like a flower, my daughter's favorite scent, just about anything. So my mind's always on perfume.
Oh, you'll be surprised at the things we make in here. What people ask us to do, for real.